The season is pretty much over, with only the Club World Cup on the line, so it's a good time to go back and appreciate all the players who will be representing their current club on one last competition. Some of those could be named legends, but others probably just ordinary players who can't wait for their next chapter. And with the first 5, we're going to observe the certain exits, while the second half of the video, that'll be all about the hot transfer rumours. Now, let the countdown begin. At number 10 is none other than Luka Modrić. After the historic 15th Champions League win last season, which was the 6th in his trophy cabinet, Luka signed a short-term contract. But now, as he announced a couple of weeks ago, the Club World Cup will indeed be his last tournament wearing white. And do you know what's crazy? Despite being close to his 40th birthday, Modrić is currently in 4th place among the players with the most matches this season, with 64, only 3 behind Barcelona's Pedri. So that really means he still has it, and as rumours suggest, he'll become a Rossonero right after the Club World Cup. At AC Milan, he'll attempt to maintain his high level of performance before what is likely to be his final major tournament, the 2026 World Cup. Over 13 seasons, Modrić made 591 appearances, collecting 6 Champions League trophies, 4 La Liga titles, and the 2018 Ballon d'Or, thereby cementing his status as one of the all-time greats. After Real Madrid's disappointing season, you might expect them to be involved in this video, because the next player is also a Blanco, or rather a future one, the 17-year-old super talent from River Plate, Franco Mastantuono, who will turn 18 soon, is going to become the next big name to come to the Bernabeu from South America. Given the success they had with Rodrygo and Vinicius, nobody would blame Florentino Perez for spending 45 million euros on him. This makes Mastantuono Argentina's most expensive youth export. His 18th birthday on the 14th of August will be quite special, as he'll be presented to the fans as a new Real Madrid player. Until then, he'll have time to play in the Club World Cup for River Plate. He's in a group with Inter, Urawa Red Diamonds and Monterrey, where he will meet a legendary Madridista, a certain Sergio Ramos, who will certainly offer him some advice before he heads to Madrid. Now, as we discussed Modrić, our 8th player on the list has a similar story, but he'll probably not continue playing in Europe. Just imagine spending 25 years of your life at one club. That's how special Thomas Müller is to Bayern Munich. Since stepping up at Bayern's training grounds for the first time in 2000, all the way to the 2025 World Cup, where he even scored twice in the thrashing 10-0 win over Auckland City. Müller, known as the Raumdeuter or Space Interpreter, redefined the role of the attacking midfielder. You know, the common understanding is that the ordinary attacking midfielder should be slick, mobile, and very dynamic. Müller, however, at his 185 centimeters, redefined the position, occupying that tight space down to perfection. He played in 743 matches, scored 250 goals, and provided 273 assists, contributing to more than 500 goals in nearly 750 games. Those are some impressive numbers. Apart from that, he won 33 trophies in total, including 13 Bundesliga titles, 2 Champions League titles, a World Cup, and many other incredible moments. Then, at number 7, surprise surprise, another Real Madrid-related transfer, this time an exit, Lucas Vázquez. Even though he will most probably record between 5 and 20 matches at this Club World Cup, with Carvajal fully recovered and Trent coming in from Liverpool, we still need to pay tribute to Vázquez. He never argued for more money or sought the spotlight, but he always gave his all for Madrid, a Madridista through and through. He seems to be leaving the club somewhat unappreciated, even though he captained the team on certain occasions that season. After more than a decade at the club, Lucas Vázquez will leave the Bernabeu, although his next destination is not yet known. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that the move will happen soon. He's definitely going to move, but after the Club World Cup, he stated. There are a lot of interested parties, Europe, Saudi Arabia, and MLS, so let's see where Vázquez will head next. And the last confirmed departure from his club after the World Cup is number 6, Leroy Sane. The situation with him is a bit trickier, because he's already been announced, and he's presented as a new signing for Galatasaray. I don't know if you've ever seen anything like this, but it's incredibly rare in the modern game to be presented with the official jersey of your new club in their offices, and then come back and play for your former team again. That's what happened with Sane. Technically, he didn't play in the opener against Auckland City, but he'll have the chance to help his teammates until the round of 16. Yes, I told you it is trickier. His contract with Bayern expires on the 30th of June, but the quarter-final phase, that starts on the 4th of July, so he won't be able to play for the Bavarians after the end of the month. Now, as we transition to the rumoured exits, let's start with number 5, Diogo Costa. You might be surprised to learn that Diogo Costa is actually the world's most valuable goalkeeper, alongside Donnarumma, David Raya and Gregor Kobel. However, he is the only one not playing in a top 5 league, so understandably, there is huge interest in him. For now, it looks like Man City are the most interested in a potential transfer. This is especially likely given that Ederson may be moving on after this tournament. Now, it's important to note Costa's strengths. He's a sweeper keeper with technical ability, he does an excellent job when it comes to distributing, and he's an incredible shot stopper. Recently, he's also proved his worth in a big game, saving a penalty against Alvaro Morata in the Nations League final. So, as the media suggests, his name will be everywhere in the weeks after the Club World Cup, with City scouts reportedly ready to bid 60 to 75 million euros to secure him this summer. Now, what transfer summer would it be if Chelsea were not in the forefront when it comes to the number of players brought in? Liam Delap has already been secured, and Palmeiria's talented player, Estevao, will arrive after the Club World Cup. But there's another wide player rumoured to be arriving, Jamie Gittens from Borussia Dortmund. The 20-year-old has electrified Dortmund with 12 goals and 5 assists in 48 games this season, showcasing exceptional dribbling and crossing, twice the rate of most Bundesliga wingers. According to TalkSport, Chelsea have made Gittens their top summer target, having reportedly agreed personal terms and submitting multiple bids worth between 35 to 55 million euros. However, Dortmund are holding out for closer to 65 million euros. If Gittens leaves after this tournament, he'll be Chelsea's most exciting addition, a dynamic English talent with sky-high potential. And you know what? The same applies to Alvaro Carreras, Real Madrid's favourite for the left-back position. He's already reached a personal agreement with Los Blancos. The interesting part, though, is that nothing's been agreed between the Spanish giants and his current club, Benfica, which is the most important factor for a deal to go through. And this isn't just some rumours. These are the words from Rui Costa himself, Benfica's president. Yes, for now, it really looks like Carreras will continue being Madrid's biggest dream to replace Ferland Mendy, but it's expected to take a long time for this deal to be finalised, so don't be surprised if it's not completed before mid-August. According to the Spanish newspaper AS, Madrid are unwilling to pay more than 40 million euros, which is less than Benfica's 50 million euros asking price. In terms of his qualities, Alvaro Carreras is exactly what Madrid are looking for. As we discussed in a recent video, Carreras is the perfect combination of Mendy and Fran Garcia. He combines attacking sharpness with defensive awareness, and he's very fast, capable of covering the empty spaces that Madrid tends to leave at the back. Next, let's take a look at number 2. Before we move on to another Madrid player, we take a look at Juventus's Kenan Yildiz. Having passed through the academies of both Bayern Munich and Juventus, the Turkish international has become the breakout star for Juventus this season. His stats, well, they're not incredible. 9 goals and 6 assists in 48 appearances this season, but it is a solid start for a player in this Juventus team. One thing is for sure though, if the Bianconeri had missed out on the Champions League, we would have been talking about Yildiz leaving, but now the rumours have died down. You've grabbed a Champions League spot in the last 15 minutes of their last league game of the season against Venezia, and now things are looking a little bit different. But Yildiz staying at Juve, it's not confirmed. With interest from Manchester United, Chelsea and Liverpool, Manchester United reportedly scouting him extensively, the Turkish talent will certainly be open to moving to the Premier League. Juventus value him highly and have tied him down until 2029. But top clubs, well, they're preparing to offer in the 60 to 80 million pound range. And the very last crucial name on this list, Rodrygo. Yes, for those non-Madrid fans who are still watching, all the praises for you guys. But what else can we do? Florentino Perez is cooking again. And with all those arrivals, Perez should balance the financial books through some strong exits. And Rodrygo could solve this problem. Now, the reasons for his rumoured exit are 2. First, the aforementioned need for a big sale to keep the finances below the dangerous zone, but also Madrid's saturation in attacking areas. Vini, Mbappe, Brahim, Arda Güler, Jude Bellingham, Endrick, and now even the rumoured Ante Budimir. These are 7 players Rodrygo would have to fight for with a starting spot, and with this amount of talent, Madrid are certain to sell, and for now, the Brazilian looks like the most feasible option. So, what's your opinion, guys? Which of these departures would be the most heartbreaking, and the one that gives the most potential to his new club? Share your thoughts below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, or check out our previous upload on why the World Cup must fear the new Pep Guardiola's Man City. You will love it, believe me. So, I'll see you there.